Hey guys, what's up? It's the Fit Kid, and today we're going to be doing some keto-friendly recipes. First, we're going to do a turkey sandwich type deal, and I'm going to explain more of that in depth and how to make it here in just a second. And then also a taco salad. These are two of my favorite meals that I like to make during the week. I prep them in the beginning of the week. They last me probably about 7 or 8 days, and I figured I'd share them with you guys today. So let's get started into the making of each. So let's get into the first one here. Well, you see me struggle with the bag of lettuce. That was extremely hard to get open, so I hope nobody else has any difficulty with that. But let's talk about the first meal, which is sort of a BLT. Obviously, there's no bread. We're talking keto friendly here. So we're going to use lettuce wraps instead. So I'm just buying a pack of romaine lettuce. Using some thinly sliced turkey, put about 2 pieces on there. Colby Jack cheese, that's my favorite, so we're going to go ahead and use that. A little bit of mayo to add some extra fats in there. Go ahead and spread it on there. And then I kind of wrap it up a little bit, and I had to taste it. I just wanted to see if it was right. I was missing something, so I knew some tomatoes would get it right. So that's pretty much it for that first one. The first meal of the BLT, not too bad to make, very easy, very simple, so I highly recommend it, especially the reason why I'm making it this week is because I know I'm going to be on the go a lot, so that's something I can easily put in my fridge the day before and just grab it, go. Not too much effort as far as meal prepping goes. If you guys want add anything else to it, actually later you're going to see me here make some bacon and actually put some bacon in it as well. Some people like to do bacon bits. I like to make bacon and then I'll reheat it in the oven throughout the week. Just store it in my fridge or the freezer and then cook it again later. That seems to work the best for me. And then usually I'll put like a pickle on the side, then I'll have a nice side salad with some like spinach, some arugula, something like that. Something not too complicated. This dish especially is made to be very simple, very fast. You can see my mixed greens that I have here that I like to make my salad with. Usually I'll do like a ranch, and then I'll put some cucumbers in it, as you can see me slicing them up. Then I'll get some tomatoes as well. But that's pretty much it. Some people recommend putting some more bacon bits and some eggs, some hard-boiled eggs in there. To me, that's a lot of bacon, and I'm just not for that. But, do whatever works for you. Live to your own standards. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks that you should do. Obviously, you want to stay as healthy as possible. Just keep that in mind. So you're not eating bacon 24/7. I probably eat bacon on keto, I don't know, like 3 times, 4 times a month. This is one of the rare meals that I make. I make it when I know I'm going to be on the go throughout the week. Not going to have a lot of time to sit down. So I don't eat bacon that much. I don't recommend eating bacon every single day, obviously, on a keto diet. You still, obviously it's keto friendly, but it's not something you should be eating every day. So everything's good in moderation. Just keep that in mind. So I'm going to cook up the bacon here, and I'll use that for, my quote-unquote sandwiches slash wraps. And that's pretty much it for this meal. I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up some more stuff here in just a second. If I can find it, I got to look for my jalapeno. But the second meal is going to be a little bit complicated, but also not very hard to make. Like you saw there, we got some 80/15 ground beef, some onions, peppers, jalapenos, and we're going to cook that up, and what we're going to make is what I call a taco salad, but it's really taco meat, some seasonings. I like to put some jalapenos in there. I'm a big spice guy, so I like to put some spiciness in there, spicy in my taco salad. And then I like to put some peppers and onions on top, more of like a fajita style. And then I always think that you should have some greens on the sides somewhere. Try to get some greens in every single day, whatever you're eating, whatever meal you make. Try to have I have like a cup with a meal and 2 meals a day. So if I can get, it's not even too extreme, like 2 to 3 cups of greens a day, like that's a good day. If you watch, some other popular YouTubers like Dr. Berg, he's huge on his greens a day, and he eats like 5 to 7 cups. I think that's ridiculous. I can't even get to that. But 2 to 3, like just stay, in a normal pace. Get your greens in. You don't have to go too extreme with it. I mean, everyone's just a normal person. Do what you feel comfortable with. Honestly. Um, so here I am cooking up the ground beef. I do it in the crock pot. You can do it on stovetop as well. I'm actually on the stovetop setting in a crock pot. You can just use a very large pan, but it helps me cook. This is 2 pounds right here, so I got 2 packs of ground beef in here, so it helps me cook it up a little bit faster. Um, so I'm gonna ground it up here, and we're gonna cook it on high, probably about 10, 15 minutes, but really just until get all the meat cooked all the way through, no pink. It's gonna cook pretty easily on high. Just want to make sure you keep an eye on it. And then after we get this meat nice and cooked, get all that pink out of it, you can make your own seasoning. A lot of taco seasoning isn't very hard. It consists of like 3 ingredients. Sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little lazy and I just like to buy the packets of them, which typically tend to have a little bit of, I think the one I usually get is about 2 net carbs. If you make your own, it's pretty simple if you want to go that way, but I'm lazy, so I use the packets. This is, I use 2 packets for this. This is 2 pounds, so I'm going to use 2 packets, one for each pound, to season that meat. And then I add some water to it, pretty much to my liking. I recommend about a cup a pound. I put about a half cup a pound. I like it to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more concentrated, but, do what you like. Do you, you know? So after I add these packets in here, I got it all cooked up. I'm going to let it sit for a while and pretty much let it almost marinate in that stovetop. Let all the juices soak in. Add some water. And then we're just going to let it chill for a little bit. Really let that taco seasoning marinate in the meat. Or rather the opposite, actually. But letting it sit there for a while is going to give it a nice rich and savory flavor. And as far as the meat portion of the second meal goes, this taco salad with a side, that's pretty much all you need to do for the meat. Now, I like to, like I said, add some spiciness into it. So in just a second here, I just get a jalapeno. You can get, the little jars that they have of them, or you can cut them up yourself and just add them in there, mix it up. I like to cover it, let it steam a little bit, and kind of bring the spice throughout the entire meat, and also let those jalapenos get a little soft. And it's really delicious. I find that I've actually been, especially on keto, I've been craving a lot of spicy food. So this really just does the job for me as far as meal prepping goes. And I have a lot of other meals that I'll share with you guys in the future. But this one's definitely one of my go-tos, and I recommend that everybody, gets about 6 to 8 meals that they just, like, it's their go-to, and they just run with those. Like, just alternate every, 2 weeks. Like last week, I had, an Italian sausage sauce, then some broccoli. I just like to mix it up. So do whatever you like best. This is me just cooking down some vegetables, some variety of peppers and onions. And I like to put that on my taco meat, add some flavors, get some more vegetables in there, into my meals. Very easy. This is just, I put some salt, some water, olive oil, and I just cook it down for a little bit, honestly. Nothing too complicated. Let it steam for a while, soften up those veggies. And then, I let it cook for probably 10 minutes max, not too long at all. Probably more closer to 5, but I like them to still have a little bit of a bite to them. So once I cook these down, we're going to get to just getting your Tupperware ready, which I think every, fitness guru, whatever you want to call yourself, anyone who wants to just have a fit lifestyle, an average person, such as myself, get yourself a nice set of Tupperware. That Tupperware is going to be your best friend. Try not to lose any of it because, you're going to use it quite often. I'm probably doing dishes constantly throughout the day. Huge tub just from whole family doing meal prepping and leaving their Tupperware in the sink. So get yourself a nice bit of Tupperware. And then we're going to just plate all these and get them ready for the week. I'm going to put my taco meat in there. I usually just lay out a couple and see how many I can fit into a nice evenly sized meal. I pretty much eyeball it at this point in my, dieting career, I guess you could call it. I typically do probably a little bit less than a cup of my taco meat, or 3/4 cup, probably more accurate. And then, I get some veggies. Those veggies is onions and peppers on top of my taco meat. And then probably less, just a little bit under a cup of green beans is what I'm going to put in here. I get the microwavable ones, the ones that you can just get in a bag, microwave them, nice and soft. Probably takes about 5 minutes a bag. And then that's the easiest for me. Then I just plop about a little bit less than a half a cup. I mean, not half the cup, excuse me. A little bit less than a cup of green beans in each one. I'm getting my greens in. I'm getting some veggies, getting my protein. Not too much macro counting anymore. I do a lot of eyeballing. I pretty much know what works for me now. But these are the 2 meals that I make. And this is just pretty much an overview of what it's going to look like when you're done. Sometimes I like to switch it up a little bit, but I typically do about 2 meals for the week and then some snacks in between there. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm going to hit you guys next week with another video, maybe some product reviews. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification down below. That way you guys can get notified next time I post another video. And can't wait to see you guys next time. See you later.